and today we're going to play Legendary Buffy the Vampire Slayer by Upperdeck. Now this is not a Legendary Encounters game, but it's a legendary game, so it's different from the Alien franchise or even the Predator franchise. And in this game you don't have an avatar, like for example in the games from the Legendary Encounter series, and you have up to, well, I guess you always have 5 hero decks that are put together in one big deck. Each hero has 14 cards. There are 15 heroes altogether, and we are playing the first encounter, which is the introductory scenario, where we are facing the Master. Those of you who know Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the series, will remember that the Master was an ancient vampire who had come to Sunnydale in the 19th century and had tried to open the Hellmouth, but then kind of got stuck in it and was confined to an underground church, a church that had basically fallen into the Hellmouth, and he was trying to get out for the first series. And the way the game is played is you have the library where you get your recruitment cards. Each player, and I'm playing two-handed, has a deck of 8 recruitment cards and 4 fight cards, and each also gets a so-called courage token. This is a new mechanic. Courage tokens can be used to either boost your attack by 1 or your recruit by 1. In addition, we also have wound cards which come into play and form part of your hand, and then basically, well, will clog up your hands a little bit like a Mage Knight when you get wounded. We have bystander cards, which are people from, or beings that live in Sunnydale and that are innocent. I'm not so sure about Billy Fordham because he's not innocent actually, but you know, be that as it may. But there's like Herbert the Pig in there. We've got a couple of Buffy's mums and so on and so forth. We also have the potential slayers, which are a little bit like the sergeants. They give you recruitment points, but they also, if you discard them instead of playing them, advance the light. And this is a new mechanic as well, or one that basically fits this game, but I don't know if it would fit other games because it's a thematic thing. You have over here a light and dark track. Now, depending on where on this track this token resides, things can happen. If you are in the light area, usually good things happen. If you're in the dark area, usually bad things happen. When you advance and you get to the top, you gain a courage a courage token, and then you move the light down to 1. And if you're at the bottom, you trigger the big bad darkness ability. You start at 1, and the light or darkness track is influenced by cards from the villain deck, by cards from your own deck, but also when you fight villains that sit in one of these spots, you are successful, you advance the light by 1. So if you want to kind of play it safe a little, you wait for them to move in here and only fight them there. The big bad has a couple of abilities. First of all, his attack value is equal to 7 plus the dark. So if you're in the dark, then it will be 8 to 10. He always leads the Order of Aurelius, so the Order of Aurelius is part of the villain deck. When we draw a Master Strike, we have to set the darkness to 1, and also we have to discard as many cards from our hands randomly as strikes that have been played all together. We also have the scheme. The scheme that we're playing is called Epic Struggle. And in a setup we included 8 scheme twists. You will see them when they come out. The special rules are the big bad gets plus equal to the dark twist. If it is dark, set this scheme twist next to the dark and set the light to 1. If it is light, set this scheme twist next to the light and set the darkness to 1. And evil wins when there are 4 scheme twists next to the dark. I once lost because I pulled 4 scheme twists almost within the first 6 cards, and I lost because the darkness was constantly in the first 10 cards, and the darkness was constantly in the negative. And then we also have 4 big bad tactics. So whenever we attack the big bad, we fight one of these cards, and if we fought all 4 of them, we've won. So let's populate the library. We have Angel, we have Giles, we have Xander, we have Willow, and we have Buffy as our heroes. And at the moment we've got Angel cards, 2 of them. We've got 1 Willow card, 1 Xander, and 1 Sophus, which is Rupert Giles. So let's just draw 6 cards each. And let's see what we get. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 and 3. We've got 3 attack cards and 3 recruit cards, plus 1 wild card courage token. And the first one is a Master Strike. So this means we have to discard 1 random card each. So just going to shuffle these up again. And just discard 1 card. And we lost a Watcher. And over here, we just discard any card, and we lost an Initiative Soldier. So basically, there is nothing to fight anyway, because there is nothing in Sunnydale, so we can get rid of the fight cards. We have 3 cards, 2 Watchers, and 1 recruit token. And we're not going to do anything with it, because I don't want the Willow card out too early. Willow is one of the heroes that I really dislike. Let's see what player B can do. Oh, they get a scheme twist. Okay, so now what happens is this card goes next to the dark, because it was dark when we drew it, and the light is advanced to 1. So again, there is nothing in Sunnydale, but we have again 3 recruit. We're not going to spend those, and we're going to draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's see what happens. Whoops. And it's actually complete accident that the back of the cards is purple. It was what I had left, so that's why I used the purple backed cards. It's nothing to do with the fact that the actual backdrop is purple. The Gentleman. Now they don't have an ambush ability, which means just coming out doesn't do anything. They're just sitting there, and they have a 5 to fight. We don't have enough. We have 5 recruit though. And we are going to get Tai Chi Focus. And we've got 1 measly attack, which we're not going to use for anything. We're going to replenish. Binding Field, Rupert Giles. The Giles cards are okay-ish. However, they don't really combo too well with the other heroes. So Giles, on my next game, when I move on to the next villain, I'm actually going to swap out Willow for Miss Calendar, because Miss Calendar is a much better hero. Let's see what we draw. And it is Luke. Again, no ambush. Let's see, we have 6 Watchers. So we can buy cards up to the value of 6. Or 7 if we use our... Yeah, we are going to use our Courage token. We're going to buy a Potential Slayer, and we're going to buy Libro Incendere, Xander Harris. And that gets replaced by Prophecy Girl, which is a Buffy card. And unlike Firefly and Alien and Predator, you actually see that they have used or been able and allowed to use the pictures from the actual series, which is really good. Usually I don't like it when they do this, but considering the very bad artwork that Upperdeck has been tormenting the players with for Firefly and Aliens, this is much better. So let's see what we draw. And it is Hellhounds. They have an ambush ability which says advance the dark, so we advance the dark. So now if we were to go and attack the master, he would have 8 because the dark is at 1. Now let's see. We have 4 watchers, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we could buy something. We also have Angel Tai Chi Focus, so we're going to advance the light, which means he suddenly has 4 attack, 2 + 2, and we have the initiative soldiers, which brings it up to 5. What are we going to do? We are going to kill the gentleman, which means we now have to KO 1 card in our hand. So KO means you remove it completely. So it's a way of thinning your deck. Now player B doesn't have a card hand yet, so we'll just draw up to 6 to be able to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what we get. Yeah, we're gonna KO a watcher. We have 4 left for which we could do some recruiting, but we're not. We're just gonna get Prophecy Girl for 2 and save our courage token. So we replace it with Librum Incendere, Xander Harris. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what happens to player B. We draw a card, and it is a Scheme Twist. Now, since we're at light 1, the Scheme Twist goes next to the light, and now we put down the light to 3, the dark to 3. So let's see, we've got 4 watchers and 1 initiative soldier. We can't really attack anyone, but we're going to get a Xander Harris card. Dead boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. We draw a card, and it is a bystander. Now, bystanders that are revealed when there are villains in Sunnydale just get basically kidnapped by the nearest villain, which in this case is the Hellhounds, and nothing gets moved. We've got 3 watchers and 3 initiative soldiers. So we're going to use the 3 initiative soldiers to get the Hellhounds, and we free the bystanders, and we are allowed to defeat a villain at the bronze. There is no villain in the bronze, so this one goes basically for nothing, this ability, but you know, still we have rescued the bystander. We have 3 for recruitment, and I'm gonna use my courage token to recruit Giles the Sophist. And we get a Willow card. I owe you pain. Now I want to have the Willow cards in player B's play area because he's got the Xander Harris cards, and they are very, very strong when we have the Scooby Gang. Let's draw a villain, and it's the 3. The 3 get plus the amount of dark that we're at, so at the moment they're at 6. So what we're going to do is we have 5 recruit and 2 kill. The kills won't do anything for us. We have 5 recruit. Or we're going to discard this card and increase the light by 1, and we're going to use 3 to get I owe you pain. And of course, for those of you who are following or have watched the TV series, Willow is one of the good guys, but her abilities always are triggered either by discarding a card or by advancing the dark. So basically, she makes things worse. And I think this is actually quite nice because in the series, she becomes a really powerful witch who also is kind of a little bit, you know, economical with, not the truth, but with the goodness. She's somebody who really, you know, like is ambivalent, which I think is really nicely brought out by the fact that they have advanced the dark. Whereas Angel always advances the light, as does Xander. Of course, Angel then turns into Angelus. So when we play against Angelus in the next game, I'll also have to swap out Angel because it doesn't make sense to play with him. So I might actually keep Willow and just swap out Angel for Miss Calendar. We'll see. You don't have to, but it's not thematic to fight against Angelus instead of Angel as a hero. So let's see. Hellhounds. We advance the dark. It's a good thing we did this, because that would have been really painful if we hadn't. Okay. So first of all, we play Tai Chi Focus Angel, and we advance the light by 1. And we have 4 attack altogether. And we will get rid of the Hellhounds. And we have 3 recruit. And we are going to get... We're going to get a potential Slayer for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what we draw. And the 3. No ambush, which is good. No ambush ability. If we attack these, we would have to pay 5 because the light is the dark is a 2, but we would also advance the light. So let's see what we can do. We can. Okay. Haha. First, we're going to play Xander Harris, which allows us to put the light at 1. And then we have 5 altogether. And we can kill the 3 over here and advance the light 1 more. And we have 3 recruit. And we're going to get Donut Run. Let's see what we draw. And we draw an ambush. Hellhounds, which reduces the light by 1. Let's see, we've got Sophis, which allows us to KO a Watcher in our hand, and if we do, we gain a potential Slayer in our hand, and we're going to do this. We have 2 attack, which gives us nothing. But we have 4 recruit. Which also does nothing for us. So we're actually going to discard this card to increase the light by 1, and we're just going to discard everything else. We draw 2 cards. Three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what comes out. And it is a scheme twist, which is good because now we've got 2 scheme twists in the light, and we set the dark to 3. Let's see what happens. We've got 5 watchers, so we can pay 5, and we're going to get Dead Boy. That's a bit of a weird card, which I've not really played so far. I've never seen this one. Champion of the Powers, Angel. Okay. That's 8, and you get 2 + 1 for each bystander in your victory pile. For a 2-player game, that's usually a maximum of 2 to 3. That's a very, very Well, to pay 8 for this, I don't know, that's, if you have a lot of money, you might want to buy this one. That's not a really good card, actually. Okay, here, oh, I haven't seen her in a while. Hellfreck, Villain, Demons, Ambush. If it is dark, each player gains a wound. Okay, so first of all, we move everything over. So we now get a wound. We put this into our discard pile. Let's see. Prophecy Girl. 2, 3. 3 is enough to advance, to kill the Hellhounds and advance the light. And we have, we're also going to discard this Potential Watcher to advance the light 1 more. And we have 3, and we're going to buy a Willow card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. Whoops. Glorified Bricklayer Xander Harris. Three, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see what comes out. And it is Sweet. Ambush. Each player chooses a card and passes it to the left. Now let's see. What have we got? Now. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 attack. Okay, so we're going to swap. Oh, we're going to do it like this. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so first we play Angel, advance the light. Now we get 4 for his Tai Chi focus because it's light. Then we play Willow, I Owe You Pain, which gives us +3, but we discard a card. Then we play Xander, Librum Incendere, which gives us +3. And another Librum Incendere, which gives us +3. So we have 3, 6, 9, 10, 13. We're going to attack the Master. And we're going to attack Hellfreck. So the Master, when we attack him, we just take one of the Master cards. So he's at 7. And we get advance the light twice. Draw cards equal to the light. So we draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And that's 7 of our 13. Then we're going to kill Hellfreck, which means we draw another wound. We're going to play Donut Run, which we just drew, and get 1 courage token and set the light to 1. So we have 4 recruit altogether, which we could use, and we have 1 courage token, and we're going to get Glorified Bricklayer. That was a really good turn. So let's see, we're going to draw a card, and it is another Sweet. So we have to do the musical cards again. So we're going to move cards around, so they've got a lot of recruitment. So we're just going to switch out the Initiative Soldier over here and the Watcher over here, and we'll see what we get. They have 0 attack. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play Sophos. to KO a Watcher and get a Potential Slayer into our hand. And we're going to play the Potential Slayer once and the second one. Well, actually, we're going to discard them so that we have the light at 3. And then we have only cards that we can't use. 1, 2, 3. Four, 5, 6. Let's see what comes out. And it is a Hellhound. Advance the Dark. Very good, because it only goes down to 2. And now we really need to start killing things. Oh, and we've got nothing. When the dark advances, you may discard this card. If you do, rescue 2 bystanders and draw a card. We're going to rescue 2 bystanders, which means we just take them from this bystander card and we use their ability, which is advance the light and then gain a courage token. And we draw a card. Yeah, that wasn't what we wanted. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 recruit. Okay, we're going to use this and we're going to get bored now, which is a card that I've never played. And now, for the first time in a long time, we will have probably an escape. No, it's a twist, which is good because first of all, none of these slip over, and since we were very well prepared, nothing really happened to the dark. It just went to 3, and nothing really bad happened. Okay, let's see. There is nothing we can do again. We're going to play the Sophist and we're going to KO a Watch and we're going to get a Potential Slayer. And we're going to discard 2 Potential Slayers to increase the light. And we have 2 attack and 1 recruit, which we can't use for anything, so we just end our turn. Let's see. Three, 4, 5, 6. What comes out? And it's a Master Strike. So we have to randomly discard 2 cards. So we'll just discard these 2. And let's see what we've got. Oh, nice. We've got 3 Initiative Soldiers, which is enough to kill the Hellhounds. So we're safe for 1 more round. And we've got a Watcher, which doesn't do us any good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Discard 2 random cards because of the Master Strikes. Let's see what comes out. And it is Gachnar. If it is dark, advance the dark. If it is light, set the dark to 1. So we're now at dark 2. And we've got 2 and 2, which doesn't help us, so nothing happens. So we're now back in problem territory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what comes out. And it is the 3. So this villain now escapes. And I have to check what happens when a villain escapes. You KO 1 hero card from the offering costing 6 or less. Yeah, let's get rid of the dead boy. You advance the dark by 1. You resolve any escape effects if he was holding a bystander, which he wasn't. Okay, so that's fine. Let's see, we've got a wound. First of all, we're gonna play Librum Incendere and set the dark to 1 light. Then we play another Librum Incendere. Then we play a Tai Chi Focus, which increases the light. So we have a total attack of 2, 5, 7, 9. 9. So we're going to attack the Master. Advance the light twice. 1, 2, we get a courage token. Defeat a villain with victory points equal to or less than the light. There is none because that would be 1. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we used 7. So we're going to get rid of the 3. And we have 3 recruit, for which we're going to get what are we? Yeah, we're gonna use this, we're gonna get a sophist. Okay. 5. Let's see what comes out. It's Hellhounds. Reduce the light by 1. Let's see if we've got a dead boy. We do. Dead boy angel. When the dark advances, you may discard this card. If you do, rescue 2 bystanders and draw a card. So first we're going to draw that card, and then we're going to rescue 2 bystanders. We get Lily. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card. 1, 2, and reveal the top cards of 2 cards of your deck. KO 1 and discard the other. Okay. That was Clem. Librum Incendere and the Watcher. We're going to KO the Watcher. So, let's see. What we can do. We've got a wound. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to activate Slayer, which means we draw a card, and we also discard a card, and we are going to discard a Watcher because we don't really need it. We are going to discard the potential Slayer to increase the light, so that we get light +1. So we have 2 recruit, which doesn't do us anything, but we have 3 attack. And we're going to kill the Hellhounds. No, we're actually going to get rid of the 3. And that's our turn. And let's see what comes out. And it is Helfric again. If it is dark, each player gains a wound. Well, it's not dark, Helfric. I'm sorry. Okay, so first we are going to play I Owe You Pain. And we're going to advance the dark. Then we're going to play Donut Run, which makes us increase the light by 1. And then we're going to play board now. So in total we have 13 attack and it's light. So first of all we're going to attack the master for 7. Advance the light 3 times. Rescue bystanders equal to the light. 1, 2, 3. Gain a courage token. Rescue 1 bystander, and it is Dawn Summers. Steal a courage token from another player, which doesn't work because we don't have one. So we're just going to take it from the reserve house rule. So we have 6 left. And for these 6, we are going to get Sweet. And we're going to take him from here to advance the light. And we have to pass 1 card to another player, which we're doing now. And they're going to pass 1 card to us. And we're just going to do musical chairs. We could do some recruitment, couldn't we? Yeah, we're just going to do it like this. Then we have to shuffle Willow into the villain deck. She will stand out like a sore thumb, but that's fine. Doesn't really matter because when she comes out, she comes out. There is no, I mean, it's just going to happen or not, depending on how quickly we move on. It doesn't really matter. So now we have 3 recruit, or 5 if we wanted to, and we're going to recruit research guy. And that was the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And let's see what comes out. And it's the Anointed One, also known as the Annoying One. Advance the Dark is his ambush effect, but that's fine, it's still light. Let's play the Sophist. You may KO a Watcher in your hand and gain a potential Slayer. So now we've got 3 potential Slayers and 2 attack. The 2 attack are worth nothing. We are going to increase the light, and we have 4 recruit, and we're going to use the 4 recruit to get, hold on, we're not going to increase the light, and we're going to spend our 6 recruit to get All Broody Pants and Research Guy. And let's see, 1, 2 Glorified Bricklayer and Binding Field, 4 cards. So 5, 6. Let's see what comes out. Luke, villain, Order of Aurelius. First of all, we have an escaped villain. Everything moves 1 over. We reduce, first of all, we KO a hero costing 6 or less, and we're gonna yeah, why not? We're gonna remove a Binding Field. And advance the Dark by 1. And resolve any escape effects. He doesn't have any. So let's get this party started. Librum Incendere. If it's dark, set the light to 1. Librum Incendere. Glorified Bricklayer. Draw a card. Advance the light. So we have 2, 5, 7, 9, 10 attack. We're going to attack the master. Advance the light 3 times. Each other player discards a random card. 1, 2, gain a courage token. 1, 2, 3. And then we still have 3 left. We're gonna fight the Hellhounds. And advance the light accordingly. And then we still have 3 courage tokens. Are we going to do anything with them? No, we are not. But now because we don't. If we had one more, we could actually get rid of the Anointed One or Gachnar. So we have now defeated the Master 4 times. Now there is the possibility in the game to have a showdown, which I don't play, but which would be a possibility. But since we've won 4 times against the big bad, we have essentially won the game. So what you would do now is clean up and go back and play maybe another turn, play another game, or you can move on to the next one. Of course, there is no real progression with regard to having to wait until you have finished one and then moving through the episodes like there is in, for example, Firefly, or where you actually have an episodic style play. And I believe even in Firefly you can mix and match if you like, but of course the idea is if you want to play thematically that you don't just take the different episodes and play them randomly, but that you follow the thematic thread that goes through them. Here there is no real thematic thread. It's more you get the normal villains that you know from the Buffyverse, and you can choose from 15 different heroes, most of whom, by the way, are actually female. That was something that occurred to me only the other day. I think that there are 5 male heroes in it. That's Xander, Giles, Spike, Angel, and Riley Finn. Oh, and Oz, 6, and the rest are all female, which is quite interesting. Considering that, usually gamers are male, and there is this theory that male players and also male readers prefer to read books written by men and prefer to play games that feature male protagonists. But apparently either they don't give a damn when it comes to Buffy, because obviously Joss Whedon didn't, or it's just a load of nonsense and men really don't care. I don't know. But anyway, I can really recommend this game. I think it's a really great game. It's fun. It plays fairly quickly, I would say. And it's, regardless of whether you like Buffy or know what Buffy is about and how the Buffyverse works, you can enjoy this because it's a really good deck builder. And I can only recommend it, and I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I will try and do some more. And as always, I wish you a pleasant evening and also happy Easter. Bye-bye.